Lucy is making a fan favorite. Jen and I are so excited because the day she made this last year, you weren't here, but now you get to join in on the deliciousness.
Yeah, I heard this was a request to bring this back.
It was. Last week, Jen said this was her most favorite thing I've made. I was like, well, I will make it again.
That is impressive.
I know, that was sweet.
And so it's a pesto burger.
Yes, so it's a pesto burger with caramelized onions and jalapenos and a little pesto sauce too. So what we have started on is our caramelized onions and jalapenos. This is just 2 onions that I sliced. We have 3 fresh jalapenos, and I have 2 tablespoons of butter in here. And it's over medium-high heat. And I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of sugar and a teaspoon of salt.
Sugar?
Yes. So that's just, it's just going to kind of help them move along a little bit faster.
Okay.
So we want those to cook down and, of course, get nice and brown. Not burn, but just get nice and brown. So it's going to take a while. I mean, at least 30 minutes. But by the time the show's over, they'll be ready to go.
Yeah, the sugar does help with some of that caramelization on it. How'd you come up with a pesto burger recipe?
I don't know. I always, or my cousin used to put pesto in her turkey burgers. And so I started doing that, and it was really good. And so then I just thought it's just nice to kind of jazz up a burger. Of course, you can add anything to burgers, but it just adds so much flavor. And I just use a jarred pesto. We're getting into that time of year where a lot of people are growing basil, and making fresh pesto is so easy. But if you don't have any fresh pesto, you can, of course, just use a jar. So right now I'm going to make our sauce that's just going to go on top. So it is just equal parts mayo and pesto. Actually, I need 3 tablespoons. So I have 3 tablespoons of mayo in there, and I'm going to do 3 tablespoons of pesto. And this is going to go on top. And then we're actually going to do the same thing on the inside. We're going to do mayo and pesto on the inside. So it helps keep the burger super moist and adds tons of flavor on the inside.
Doubling down on that flavor that you're putting in there. We are now in the month of April. Spring break is here. It has been for Baldwin County.
Yes.
Mobile County coming up soon. What's all going on at Greer's?
We have, it's fun because, like we always joke, you know, with you, you're always just traveling and then you come upon a Greer's.
Yeah.
And so we have so many on the way to different water. You know, we have so much beautiful water around here, of course, being on the coast. So we've talked a lot about in the past few weeks our Dauphin Island store, Dauphin Island Parkway store on the way to Dauphin Island, and their curbside pickup, and they're doing delivery as well down to the island for condos and houses. And then also, if you're going over to the Gulf, if you're not taking the Beachway Express to get down there and you're taking the old way, then stop over at our Robertsdale store. It's right on 59, and they have a curbside pickup too. So if you're going that way, and then if you're going to Pensacola, we have 2 stores over there. So if you're headed to spring break in the next couple weeks, definitely check us out for going in store or just swinging by and getting your groceries.
Yeah, if you've got like a big family trip coming up, you're renting a beach house, you might want to make a bunch of pesto burgers, right?
I mean, you might. We're going to do little sliders today. I have little ones, but of course you can do them any which way.
All right, sounds good. We're going to continue to work on this recipe and talk all about Greer's with Lucy here in the kitchen. A fan favorite request has returned. We're going to check it out, Chelsea.
Well, we are back in the kitchen right now with Lucy Greer with Greer's Market, and she is making a pesto burger. And this is one of my favorite things that you have made here. I specifically requested this. I love burgers, and I truly put this on like my top 5 that I've ever had in my life.
So happy.
And so that's why I was so happy when she texted Chelsea yesterday. She's like, is Jen and Joe there? Because I want to make this. And so now we're making it.
You like that. It makes me feel so good. Yes, and it does have tons of flavor.
Yes.
And we've already started on one of our toppings, and so over there we're caramelizing some onions and jalapenos. So we have 2 onions, 3 jalapenos sliced up in there, and I added a couple tablespoons of sugar and a little bit of salt and butter. So we're letting those cook down. And then we also made our pesto mayo, just super simple, just 3 tablespoons of mayo, and I'm just using jarred pesto today. Any brand is fine. So we got that going, and then we'll do pepper jack cheese on top. And now we're going to do the burgers. So I have 2 pounds of ground chuck. You can use whatever you like. This would work great with turkey as well. And so, you know, just get whatever one you want. We have of course, in all of our stores, we still have meat departments that we still cut all of our own meat. We still have people back there doing that and grinding meat, and so all of our grinds are super fresh. I was at the Cottage Hill store yesterday, and so I got that there. So inside the burger, we're going to do some of the same stuff. So I have 2 tablespoons of mayo, 2 tablespoons of our pesto. I'm going to add a teaspoon of salt and half a teaspoon of pepper and add in our meat. So we're going to have the flavor on the inside as well.
See, that's what really stuck out to me the last time that Lucy made this, is incorporating the mayo and the pesto actually into the beef rather than just putting it on top, but doing both. So we have double the flavor, and also it just makes the moisture in it as well. So I really love what you do with this.
Yay.
I'm so excited to try it at the end. But also we were talking in the break about some other things that Greer's has going on right now, and one of those is you guys are remodeling your Hurley store.
Yes, our Hurley store, Hurley, Mississippi, which is just right across the Alabama line. Just take Airport Boulevard and you'll get there. That store has been one of our great stores just because it's such a nice community. It's a small community. Actually, me and all of the other family members in my generation, we trained out there in that store. So the store is super special to us, and we had the opportunity to expand it. And so we are picking up, I think, about 8,000 more square feet. We're building a whole. We have a great deli bakery there. They do an amazing job, but we're building a whole new deli and expanding. So we'll have just so much more room for product. You know, in a lot of our stores, we just run out of space. So we are going to be finished in the next couple months. We're going to be moving into the new deli in a couple weeks, so that'll be exciting. So if anyone, we're hiring for sure. So if anyone is looking for work in that area, please go to the store. We'll be happy to talk. We're hiring across the whole store. Just with you know, the increased business, we'll need additional team members. So yeah, we're excited about that.
So y'all have a lot of good things going on. I know the store is going to look amazing after you have that expansion. 8,000 square feet, quite the big build there. And then also you guys had a brand new ad drop today.
Yes, we did. Oh, thank you.
You're good.
Finish running that for me. We did. Every Wednesday we have a new ad, and so if you would like to receive that into your inbox, just go to Greers.com and we can get you on the list, or of course you can check social. We also have those copies in the stores as well. So you can make whatever size burgers you like. I just have some little slider buns today, so I'm going to do some smaller ones. Of course, this would be great on the grill. We're of course inside today, so you can do however you would like.
Y'all,
so how are those coming along? Those
very
are looking
nice.
good.
Yeah, they got the nice little char to them and everything.
Yeah, those are looking good.
And y'all, if you're making something for spring break, I highly recommend making these burgers. They're so good. I'm so excited to see the end result. And so what are we going to be working on when we come back?
Okay, we're going to be putting it all together. I'll get these cooked off and then we'll build one.
Awesome. So we'll have more with Lucy coming up in just a little bit.
They brought in the big guns for the third and final segment.
They
because
did.
Your girl knows how to take down some pesto burgers.
Oh my gosh, I'm scared to
This
go
is beautiful.
burn you. Thank you. Yes, we're like back by popular demand. Jen was so sweet last week when I was leaving. She said, "You know what my favorite thing you've ever made is?" I was like, "What?" She said, "The pesto burgers." I was like, "Oh, that was so sweet." So here they are, Jen.
It's so good though. Like seriously, it's so good. And here's the thing: is you come up with these recipes that are so like simple. This is a really simple recipe, but it adds so much to your typical burger.
Well, I hope that everybody likes them. I hope y'all like them again. This is a lot of pressure.
I know.
So what we did is we started with, I just used chuck. You could use whatever, you know, sirloin or regular ground beef. We put some mayo and pesto and salt and pepper in the meat. So we cooked those here, and then I just topped it with some pepper jack cheese. And then during the segment, we caramelized some onions and jalapenos in our pot, so you can see how well those cook down. So those have a lot of flavor. And then the sauce that we're going to do on this is just, again, so easy, just the mayo and pesto mix here. You can put as little or as much as you want, and I just made little ones today.
Yeah.
Just little kind of, I mean, they're bigger than a slider, but little ones. And so let's cut one and see.
Yeah. It's just so nice. I feel like sometimes in the kitchen and on the grill, I lose creativity at times just because we're trying to get something like in our bellies. But this is just such a good way to put away like the red onion and the lettuce and the tomato, all that good stuff, and just change it up.
So good.
Delicious.
Yes, so I hope y'all would like to try those. And of course,
We would like to try it.
like to try it. Yeah, again, you could do this with ground turkey. You could do it with anything. So hopefully it is as good as Jen remembers.
It's the spot for me too. It's the little kick
Here.
with the jalapeno.
Here.
That's so delicious. Thank you.
Yay.
So delicious, my
Glad
friend.
you like it.
You'll have this recipe on your website.
Yep, it'll be on there, and it's so nice. We'll put it on social, and of course y'all do too. So it's sweet. My family and some friends, out of town, they'll like wait until the link is up there, and then they'll watch. So it's so nice. So if you miss it live, you can always go back and watch it.
Greers.com, fox10tv.com. We will always have you covered for that. This is delicious,
Yay,
Lucy.
glad
Thank
you
you.
like it.
Make sure you visit their app and their website. We're going to have more coming up on Studio 10 after this.